Hello, everyone. Welcome back to your favorite Ravens channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day. With your host, Justin P, and my co-host, handsome man right there, Mr. AJ Henson. This is season one. We just started. Not season. I'm sorry, episode one for the YouTube channel. We just started just yesterday, and then for the audio podcast, which y'all have been listening to, that's season one. That's going to be episode either 6 or 7. So it's going to be either one of them. So I just say both this, so make sure I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, ladies and gentlemen, man. They go my co-host. Go ahead, just go ahead and say something to the people before we get started. Co-host.
All right, what's going on, good people? I hope everybody had a good weekend, good day, and it's football season. You know what I'm saying? We back, so we're gonna be talking about this first game that just passed. A couple of roster moves we made, and just what we think of the season going in it so far.
Gotcha. All right. All right. So let's recap. That week one win. I guess the Jets won't start off with that, and then we'll get into the previews against the Dolphins. So we beat the Jets 24-9. It wasn't the prettiest. We started off sluggish, but then we put the second half put the foot in the pedal. So just give me your thoughts, man. Like just the good, bad, the ugly. Like what was going on watching that.
First thing is, I want to shout out to the defense. Shout out to Mike McDonald. Um, Linebackers definitely don't look lost. I mean, Queen, I will say this, he was all over the field, inside and out, blitzing. First play of the game, he did get hung up on the block where they broke for that long run. So did Josh Bynes. But after that, man, we turned it up. Secondary looked great. It really crushed me when we lost Fuller. I mean, it was a dirty play to be honest.
Yeah,
As soon as I seen it, I said, man, he tore his ACL, man. I was like, the way he was holding it, how he went down in pain, I was like, man. Um, Juwan James, man, I got a feel for this dude, man. I mean, he'd been out of football for 3 years. The man come back, he tears Achilles the same one. I just was like, it was just a lot. I was like, man, I feel for that dude because his career might be over. He only 30 years old, but he dealt with a lot of injuries over his career. But to be honest, I'm not saying he can't come back, but I think his career, he's just gonna sit back and just gonna be like, you know what, this the end of the day for me. So I definitely feel for those two, especially Fuller, being a hometown kid out there in Baltimore. Um, and it sucks because we got the game opener this week. His friends, his family, brother, everybody was gonna be there. So that was something that he was looking forward to. But defense, man, Michael Pierce, man, he showed up. I don't know. I don't know if he because when he went to Minnesota, I don't know if he was out there thinking, "Look, I need to push this pocket a little bit more." But man, he was out there killing it. And whoever that left guard was, man, he was destroying him, making him look like this was like high school, like Justin Matabike. And we talked about him too. He was quiet in training camp, but man, when it's time to play, he was out there doing this thing. As far as offense. Offensive line wasn't bad. It looked like we really couldn't open the holes up. It looked like we really couldn't get no push. Lindenbaum only played a little bit in the preseason. Powers played center and guard in the preseason. Pretty much, I think he was the only starter on the line that besides Jawan James, but he got hurt. But other than that, everybody. Well, Patrick McCarty played in the preseason, but we couldn't open the hose up. I don't know what it was. To me, Powers, we need to swap him out with Ben Cleveland because I like Powers, but he don't give you that push. It's like he don't got that punch. Um, Lamar throwing the ball looked good. Did see a couple of different changes in formations, under center, I formation, a little bit of play action, which I like. You know what I'm saying? It's only the first game, but I'm like Roman need to keep it up, and I feel like throughout the game he was going away from that a little bit. Why I don't know. Deep ball looked good. Duvernay showed out. Of course, he caught that over the shoulder pass. Bateman, I feel like he could have had another touchdown. That one Lamar just overthrew him on that other. It was like a cross or a sluggo, and he came over. But overall, man, we look good, man. Defense, I'm gonna tell you right now, number one defense in the league. That's what we aiming for. To me, I feel like we got that, and I just heard news that Travis Jones is back at practice.
I
I
saw
cannot wait till he get in that defensive line rotation with Michael Pierce. Oh my God.
as you just said, man. You knocked it up the park, AJ. Like you said, the defense was amazing. It really should have been like the score really should have been 28-3. Like because like I said, the first drive, the first points, we got the field goal that should have been 7. Like we missed like we had guys open, but Lamar had a little pressure in his face. And then the last little, garbage touchdown they got when, they got on 4th and 15, and the whole push off from Fuller, what should have got called. I think he did get called, but it's just sad to lose one of the key players on defense on some fluke shit like that. So,
It was a
definitely.
dirty play, man. Like it's like he pushed him. I don't know. It was so bad they wouldn't show the replay, but when he pushed him, I don't know if his knee buckled or because it's like he was moving, of course, because he had to push him off to get the ball. But it's like I don't know if his cleats got stuck in the turf or what. But he just like went down, and once he grabbed his knee, man, I was like, damn, yep, ACL already knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you've seen it before.
Yeah, like you just said, definitely wishing him and Jawan James speedy recovery. But back to the actual game. Like you said, the pass rush was amazing. Michael Paris did his thing, was pushing the pocket. Roger Washington was in on the action. Basically, the whole entire defensive front did their thing, man. They got pressure at the flag all day long. As I said, the 300 yards was skewed because he probably had like 50 attempts. So if you throw the ball 50 times, you're going to get 300 yards. Even the worst quarterback in the league won't do that. So those numbers are inflated. But like I said, the secondary looked good. There wasn't a lot of blown coverages. Like I said, Marcus Williams looked good, man. Straight get a pick. First game making his presence felt. Just like how same thing Earl Thomas did his first game here 3 years ago. He got a pick against Miami. So but the difference with Marcus Williams, his head on straight. He's not a knucklehead like Earl Thomas. But getting back to the game hand, he was coming up making tackles. I think he had 8 solo tackles, an interception. Then he had 2 pass deflections. So
He
man,
balled out, man.
yeah,
He he
already paying dividends on that contract. And then, like I said, Marlon Humphrey played pretty good. He got a little handsy at times, but that's gonna come with him. So you gotta take the bitter with the sweet. But other than that, man, no touchdowns allowed on them. Basically, the whole secondary, man, they played pretty well, man. Played pretty well. We got gas
yeah.
stupid in the run game. I think that was just over pursuing gaps, but nothing that wasn't fixable. But in the second half, they put the clamps on it. But like I said, man, good team. When the special teams were good, Chuck, won't always do him. And then the punter Jordan Stout, I'm warming up to that pick now, but he got a leg. The running game was the only thing I like, that just made me look like, come on. But it's good in the wake, and now for those who say we can't win without running the ball, we just did. Feel me?
Yeah,
The Jets
yeah.
felt team, they much better. They had 3 first round picks, 2 second round picks. They wouldn't spend a ton of money on a team, so they're definitely a more improved team. So I don't want to hear just the Jets like any given Sunday. So you can miss me with that. But that just showed now we can win with throwing the football strictly in the air. So. And I like that. Then Amar was being patient in the pocket. He hardly took off. He probably took off like twice. So he's going through his read and progression, because as we all know, it's money time for us. So he got that chip on the shoulder. He gonna cash that motherfucker in and get paid very 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 handsomely. But the offensive line was okay. wasn't great, but it was okay. Tyler Linderbaugh held up his own for the most part. He got manhandled a few times, not a lot, but all in all, I think Lamar only got sacked probably like 2 times, so that's not too bad. But yeah, we got one of the best offensive line coaches in Josie Alexander, so we gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
and the thing with the offensive line with the sacks, and even this is go from just the Lamar era. Sometimes those sacks don't be the offensive line fault. And sometimes it be Lamar. He be in the pocket dancing, trying to move, and be looking downfield. So some of them sacks be on the line, and then some of them be like, Lamar, look, man, you could have got rid of the ball or did something. You ain't had to eat that sack.
yeah,
But Linderbaum, I mean, man. Look, hey, he a fighter, man. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was watching the bull rush that Quentin Williams gave him. One of them was on a batted pass that he got in there, but Lamar should have got rid of the ball a little bit earlier. Man, I mean, he was holding his own, man. He's scrappy. He a little fighter, man. He like a little pit bull, like he like a pit bull that's real stout, to the ground. Like he gonna bite your ankles. You know what I'm saying? He was getting it in.
he wrestled at Iowa too, so that's perfect for offensive linemen because it's all about hands and feet.
All hand technique, all hand technique.
So
And you can see it in his placement, like the way he was battling, like it's like he moved his hands and control you in front of him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, that's what linemen do, and that's what defensive linemen they trying to move their hands to get off of you. So it's like, I mean, he did good. Patrick McCarry, man, I love the dude. I mean, he could play all five positions, but this next game, this is just me. I feel like Morgan Moses need to go to left tackle if Ronnie Stanley is not yet ready.
Say he practiced and he limited, so let's just see what they say first before we go there. But I agree with you though in a way. But they
Cause
say he limited in practice, so we shall see. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
and Falalehe, I mean, he can just start right tackle if Ronnie not ready. Or you could put Makari over there, but I would rather put Falalehe over there, let him get some experience in the game. Um, and he a big dude, man. You know, I'm not gonna say he gonna be the best, but you got to get experience somewhere. This is the National Football League. Once you get drafted, undrafted, don't matter how you look at it. We all professionals.
Right. And look, we had the same similar situation with Orlando Brown as a rookie. Fell
Yep, yep.
good and end up starting at right tackle. So and we did good. And I think Falaje is going to be that. Like you said, put him in there. He got to play. You don't learn nothing sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. So, like I said, I feel like if Ronnie not ready to go, Morgan Moses, you need to move to left tackle. For like for Leahy, you go to right. Because here's the thing, and I noticed it, and it was last year too. When something like that happens, or when they not unsure, Roman his play calling changes because he feel like now Ricard got to stay in the game more than usual to help out with the offensive line. So he feel like he got to help protect. But I didn't understand why Nick Boyle was a healthy scratch this game. I feel like this game coming up, they gonna put him in there because if Ronnie not ready to go and they still got Makari over there and Harbaugh don't want to put Morgan Moses over there, Nick Boyd gonna be able to help block on there and then come off a block and it's just easier for a tight end, to go out and catch a pass. Now Isaiah Likely this game, he was targeted, I believe, I want to say 3 or 4 times, and none of them was completions if I'm not mistaken. But
And
I
yeah. The first one he caught, Lamar should have put it up high. He threw a little
yeah,
low.
I was about to say ball placement. It wasn't his fault. It's ball placement
Yeah,
and it's just the routes he was asked to run. Like the routes that he ran, it wasn't what we seen him do in the preseason. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? So I was like, I wasn't too like okay, well it was his fault. It was ball placement. With him, but he gonna be fine. I'm not worried about it.
Not to cut you off, bro. The weather, it was raining.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
The weather was nasty. So that plays a part in everything. That's why Bateman dropped the slant. Yeah, he got hit or whatever. But I think in a dry game, he still catches that.
yeah, he would because he had it. It's just that slipperiness. You know what I'm saying? When it got in there, it like slid out.
It's gonna come out.
And Sauce Gardner, I will say this that that catch that I mean when he was face guarding Andrews, to me that was a PI. That was a pass interference. His head wasn't turned around. He was in front of him, and he was face guarding him, and he stuck his hand in there. And I'm like, man, that's pass interference, but they ain't call it though. But he ain't shut Andrews down or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? To me, I don't think it was just that. The running game wasn't really working for us, so we went to the passing game. So now I want to put 7 in the box, 8 in the box. Okay, now y'all say Lamar can't throw, so we're gonna throw it over the top. So, and like I tell everybody,
That narrative has to be shredded. Has to go in the shredder.
that's that's what I was about to say. That's over and dead with, man. Our analysts, coaches, whoever. If you keep saying the man can't throw, like I tell everybody, I can name a million quarterbacks that came before Lamar. That was first round picks and went number one overall. They said it was the greatest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Sent from heaven. Then when they get in the NFL, come to find out they were sent from hell because they didn't know how to play.
Right.
So my thing is, I watched a little bit of highlights. For instance, I watched the Carolina highlights, and Cleveland, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield ain't nothing changed. Still throwing interceptions straight up. I'm like, yo, who he throwing to? I'm just like, you look at Sam Donald. He hurt. Came out in the same draft class. He still ain't, making no noise. Um, what's the guy named down in Jacksonville? Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? That came from Clemson. They saying he was having he supposed to be this, that, and the third. He got weapons and all of that. He still ain't looking as good. So when they compare all these quarterbacks to Lamar, or they speak on it and say that he can't throw, that narrative is done. I don't even know why they still saying that. What do you mean the man can't throw? In one year he led the league in touchdown passes. How you lead the league in touchdown passes if you can't throw?
And one unanimous MVP, unanimous. Like like nobody else had a chance.
So I don't understand. When everybody talk about it, I'm just like, what I'm saying. To me, it don't make sense. Now, is he the most accurate thrower? No, but I mean, when you look at the NFL, I can, off the top of my head, I can tell you it's a lot of inaccurate quarterbacks in the NFL. And not only that, sometimes it falls on the receiver.
Or their arm not the strongest. Everybody got a flaw.
Yeah. So it's like they just always got to find something to pick on him about. But I mean, Lamar is Lamar. And that's what I like about him. He don't really get into it. Hey, I'm just gonna play my game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking. If you got something to say when we get on the field, then you get out there, show me you can stop it.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, he held up. He did his thing. And we talked about it. Another thing, the wristband and getting the player. I don't know. I mean, this is 3, 4 years in Roman system.
yeah,
Why are we still using the wristband? And when it's time to get the plays in, the clock is steady going down. Like I don't understand. Like because the thing is with the offense, almost on every play that Roman calls, somebody has to go in motion. So that's time ticking. Then you want to send somebody back in motion. And if they're coming back, then you try to snap the ball. So I'm trying to figure out what is the problem with getting the play in. I don't understand that.
you're right. Yeah, like you said, he just need to go ahead and let him have his script, hit the green light, to run his like first 20, 30 plays. Then and let him check out. Like that way you said, that way you only got 40 seconds. That way you ain't got to kill half of it with all the pre audible stuff. Just go ahead, let him go ahead, run what he want, whatever he like, let him check out of it. Like he has been around long enough and has earned enough trust to be able to handle that, handle those duties. So I agree with you. Like the wristband stuff is like go ahead, let him run his first 30. Like I said, if you see something, just have him just, make a call, hey man, great, check out of that. Or just let him go at his own discretion. So he's on the field. So his eyes of what's going on is gonna be more crucial than what yours is. You up there in the goddamn press box, feel me? So everything look
Yeah.
like to you. He's out there saying it, all 22.
And here's the thing: we're getting the play in. I'm like, it's not just with Lamar. When Huntley in the game, Huntley do it. Whatever quarterback since the Lamar and Greg Roman era, whoever's in there, it's all the quarterbacks. So I'm like, it can't be a quarterback issue. It's an offensive coordinator issue. So I'm not just gonna put it on Lamar. So I'm like, because Huntley do the same thing. When Huntley in there, he looking at the wristband like this, calling the plays out. So I'm like, and like I said, we got to send a person in motion for whatever reason on every play. It could be the simplest play. You just go in motion and run back, or you go in motion and we gonna snap the ball. So it's like we do that on, I would say 98% of the plays. Even when we was under center, we gonna send somebody in motion and we gonna do a run play or play action. I mean, why? I don't know, but um, that's just part of it. When I looked at the game, running back Kenya Drake started, which I was happy for. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He took some hits in that game. I don't know if he's watching it, but he
He
was
did.
getting popped, man.
He got the ball. He had people in the face.
Like he was getting killed. I was like, what's going on? Like, I mean, he was taking some shots. I was like, man.
Bro,
Uh,
if
but
anybody if anybody earned their money on the Jets, is that Jets defensive line. They earned their money Sunday.
that man, I mean, the Jets. I'm gonna be honest with you. The defense looked good. Offense, I'm not gonna say was bad. It was just that we was getting so much pressure to Flacco that we made them look bad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the fans and them was booing. But it's like the commentator said, like, man, I mean, what you want the man to do? He got so much pressure in his face. I mean, he ain't got time to,
His
to do what he got to do.
star left tackle out. You got Dwayne Brown off the street, like
So it's like, we was doing our thing, but Kenya Drake took some shots, and this is just me. I feel like when Gus Edwards come back, I feel like Mike Davis is gone. Um, just cause I mean you don't need all the running backs then too. Mike Davis fumbled. Harbaugh don't like when running backs fumble, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You fumble and you a running back under Harbaugh. You see Mike Davis ain't get back in that game.
if you fumble and don't pick up in pass protection, you in his doghouse. He don't care if you drop a ball. He don't care about that. But if you fumble, like you said, and don't pick up and pass, bro, yeah, you in shit list.
Mike Davis is done.
Two, two biggest pet peeves for running backs.
Yeah, he done. So he might as well go ahead and cancel that. So I feel like
He'll
when
get
Gus come back, he off.
he'll get utilized short yardage because Gus still ain't back yet. So if it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, they'll bring him in, to get the first and get out. You feel me?
Yeah. I feel like man the toss plays in there. When we was at our formation to get short yardage situations, I feel like toss plays they can work. We did get some yards, but I feel like if you got Patrick Ricard, man, but the Jets defensive line was playing so good. I want to go straight up the middle. But like you said, it was everybody played in preseason. Tyler Linderbaum played that one game, and it was only a couple of snaps. And then you had Patrick McCarr who played in preseason, Ben Powers, but everybody else didn't play. So I feel like the line was kind of like really getting in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like this game should be better. But that I formation, I feel like man, just run it straight up the gut, hand it off, and let them go to work. Like, no linebacker in the National Football League want to see Patrick McCarr 1-on-one in the hole. It's not. I don't care who you are.
Year before last when he was wired, he said, "Man, you got man, you basically got a fucking guard at fullback, man." Like,
That's what it is.
yeah,
No linebacker in the NFL want to see him 1-on-one in the hole. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the best linebacker in the league. It's just you don't want to deal with that. I mean, it's a headache.
you got
Either you're gonna make a business decision or you're gonna go in there and be like, "Hey, I'm just gonna do the best I can."
yeah, because he got 80 something pounds on you. You like 200 or like 60. If you 240, he 310. He got 70 pounds on you, so that's a lot. It's a big difference.
And once he get his hands on you, I mean, you're not driving him back. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You ain't pushing him back.
Different because it's he put together and he's full. He's not all big and sloppy. So
And that's why I'm glad we brought him back. You know what I'm saying in free agency. And I kind of knew. I said, ain't nobody else gonna pick him up unless you really heavy runners. The only team I seen that could pick him up, in my eyes, and I was like, if they use him, probably would have been Tennessee. If just imagine him blocking for Derrick Henry.
yeah,
Oh my God,
Henry,
yo,
that's an extra 1,000 yards right there alone.
like it's no way. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. But ain't nobody pick him up. So I was like, I'm glad we brought him back. You know, what I'm saying I'm glad he's doing this thing. Um, Definitely thankful for that. But yeah, man, it was a good game. I was excited. Atmosphere was good. I know this week at the bank, man, it's gonna be nice, man.
I'm gonna be that, bro. So yeah, man, I'm gonna take my pictures, go live a little bit. Like I'm down in that.
It's gonna be love, man. I feel like secondary showed us what what I'm saying we could do. We ran a lot of nickel this past game, and what I liked about it was we was able to Chuck Clark. Um, With us, I know we drafted Hamilton. I know he felt some type of way, but Chuck Clark ain't going nowhere. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Unless only reason he gonna go somewhere is you got to offer us like a. I don't think Newsom going. I mean, not Newsom. I don't think DeCosta gonna let him go unless you talking a second or better right now. If somebody want to trade for a safety,
Yeah, if you say a third and you throw in a player that we can need, he might pick up the phone.
but he ain't going nowhere. Hamilton, he played. And one thing I noticed about Hamilton, I don't know if it's his confidence or it's just jitters, but it happened in the preseason too. He was getting a little juked out there on the field, you know what I'm saying, slipping and sliding. It happened to him in the preseason. As far as when it come to tackling, and the covering solid, but when it came to like tackling in the open field, he was getting a little juked and all of that. Which I'm like, that ain't nothing. It's just get down, drop your hips, drop your base, and square up and go to work. I ain't worried about that. I mean, he gonna be all right, but um, I like how they had Queen. It was a nickel package. They had Queen and they had Chuck act like they was blitzing up the middle. I think Queen went around there and Chuck dropped back. Because this past game, Chuck Clark forced the fumble too.
Yeah, he damn sure did. Yeah,
He forced the fumble too. He was in coverage. Um, who else forced the fumble? Michael Pierce forced one, but they recovered it. He actually went back like in a zone. He act like he was coming, but he started running. And let me say this, man. That's my man MP, man. He like 345, almost 350, man. He out there moving, man. And he was out there looking like I was like, damn, did he pick up some speed when he went to Minnesota? Or what happened, man? He was out there moving, man.
yeah, he definitely was shedding everything, man. Straight two gap and get him out the way, make the tag, put the pressure. But he definitely he was balling, man. I guess he glad to be back home with us, man, because he got the game ball in my eyes, man. Flat out, he just dominated.
Man, he was moving. So that's why I'm like, if they said Travis Jones practicing. Now, if he able to go this week, man, you got to double Pierce. That's number one.
Who gonna be in trouble?
If you got to double, if Travis Jones in there at the same time with Pierce, that's another double team. And I say you put Matabike in there because he get double team too. Man, there's nothing you can do. I mean, even if you rotate it out, okay, you put Campbell in there. That's a vet.
Then look, you got Oway and Houston, and they 1-on-1. The only offensive lineman the Dolphins got right now that people respect is Armstead. Everybody else stink.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing else they can do. Like, and we talking about one thing that we've been missing as Ravens. You know what I'm saying? Since Clarence Brooks passed away and since Suggs left, was somebody being able to win 1-on-1 and get pressure. We haven't had that. This game, man, we was just getting pressure with four people and letting the secondary go to work. So now that we have that, it's like okay, now the possibilities are endless because our front is up front is stopped. I mean, you got Malik Hurst played some outside linebacker. He did his thing. I feel like Christian Welch should have got some game time. I'm not sure why he didn't, but I mean the game was over.
Yes, like even with like you just said, we up 24-3. California and all them should have been out the game. I understand people could come back, but not with this team.
Yeah,
All
that's
of
what I'm saying. Like it was over.
out the game, man. So if they score, cool, whatever. It's like, but like, yeah, like they should have all been on. Their whole second unit should have been in there, both offense and defense.
You got I feel like Pepe Williams gonna step up in a bigger role. Brandon Stevens showed that he can handle his own. I mean, of course did give up some plays. He got scored on. The game was over. I don't really count that. But I mean, Brandon Stevenson, man, he be out there doing this thing. Then here's the thing, we don't even have Peters back yet.
Yeah,
So when Peters come back, it's like it's a lockdown nightmare. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. Uh, Now going around the league checking on free agents who left. Because I did, I wish everybody the best of luck. Anthony Averett broke his thumb or finger. I can't remember, but he gonna have surgery. He gonna be out. Uh, Hollywood Brown caught a touchdown in the Kansas City Chiefs game. Really didn't hear too much from Miles Boykin in Pittsburgh. Of course,
neither.
what happened with that the field goal situation. Um, but and what's the name that who had left the center and the guy who had left who went to Carolina?
Oh,
I can't think
Bradley,
of his name.
Bolton, yeah.
Yeah, Bradley Bowes, man. Really ain't had too much about him. I ain't really look at a lot of line film in that game.
Deshaun Elliott from Detroit.
Yeah, Deshaun. Well, he's starting safety for Detroit.
Yeah, I'm just saying I didn't really see no highlights of him like like really doing nothing. Like,
Nah,
doing
I ain't seen no highlights for him, and I watched the highlights in that game because I wanted to watch Malcolm Rodriguez because I was watching
hard knocks.
what's that Hard Knocks. Yeah,
I
so I
got
watched him in that game.
my HBO Max account. I'm glad you brought that up.
So but and he did his thing. Malcolm Rodriguez, he did his thing. I feel like
Then we played at Oregon State. Yeah,
it's some stuff he got to improve on. But I feel like I mean he's starting linebacker for them, I believe. But I feel like across the board, I feel good in what we got. I mean I like our receivers. Now, do I feel like once again I feel like our route tree is not the best because I don't. Even, okay, on that second touchdown to Duvernay, all the routes was crosses. They was just spread out. It was a cross route, and a cross route.
yeah.
All of them was crosses.
That
So I'm like,
the defenders going to pick each other basically.
yeah, they think each other. He was like he was going to throw to Andrews. He seen it, but the safety seen it and went to go try to jump it. So now you got Duvernay who just coming apart across. Boop! I'm just going to drop it right there. But I feel like in certain teams and certain packages, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You're gonna have to have some comeback routes, some curls.
Yeah,
Um, I still don't understand what's up with our route tree and how it works. But I feel like Robinson, to me, I feel like he could be a clutch receiver for us. Duvernay definitely doing this thing. That's our speed guy. Prochet, of course, he ain't really getting no game time in this game that just passed. At least I didn't see him. I think I seen him out there for one snap.
he gonna get more.
Um,
AJ, he was hurt. He gonna get more involved.
and he gonna be out there. But I mean, we just so loaded. We have receivers, but we don't really know what all they can do yet. Besides Demarcus Robinson, we know what he can do because where he came from. Bateman, uh, I mean, he doing this thing. He get open, and here's the thing: catching the ball, something that a lot of the receivers that we've been had, what I'm saying, was dropping passes in the Lamar era. Even Hollywood, what I'm saying. So catching the ball, that's what we want. We want him to catch the ball. and I want some receptions, after the catch. Because a lot of the receivers that we had, once they catch the ball, they just go to the ground. Especially Hollywood, when he did it, man. After he catch the ball, it's either out of bounds or he gonna try to beat you with his speed, or he go to the ground. And to me, they say Hollywood fast, but I really ain't see it.
Uh, yeah, Arizona got a lot going on, so I already knew I already knew. I know low key in the back of his mind, he wish he would have just shut up and just kept because you was getting targets. Now you over there with a situation. Yeah, you with your college quarterback and all that, but now they don't want him to study. And now when DeAndre Hopkins come back, now you're gonna be the second guy, third guy, depending, probably the third guy because AJ Green and Isabella and them might start getting more targets now. And Rondell.
Yeah, and I
So
don't think I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Arizona is going to extend him. I mean, I know they gave up a first for him, but his production is really what's going to matter and how they move forward with his contract. But I don't really honestly see him getting no big money from Arizona. I feel like with him, it'll be a type of deal with Juju when he went back to Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? They gave him a little money and then he left. Now he with Kansas City.
he'll
That's
get
what I feel like they're gonna do.
no. He'll get more than that, bro. Because you gotta think he did 7,000. He'll get a probably like a Allen Robinson deal, 14, 15 million or something like that. You're not gonna get 20.
So I mean, good luck to him. I wish him nothing but the best. But I feel like hey, it's not like I tell people. It's not personal. It's just business, and I respect this business, and that's what happened in this line of work. But we moving forward. I mean, we looking good. And I'm just excited, man, and can't wait to play the Dolphins, man, because I feel like we gonna get the tour. And here's the good thing: if our line, which I know they can just get up there and just get pressure, I'm not worried about no passing game.
You right. 'Cause, like you said, if he on his back all day long, you got Tyreek and Waddle and all them fast. He can't get the ball to him. He on his back. So yeah. So if that pass rush keep playing the way they gonna play, I think we can win by at least 2 touchdowns. And then because the crowd alone make us a touchdown favorite. Then add in the fact we can get pressure. Like I said, they only have one offensive lineman that is stamped. Tyron Armstead. Everybody else is a project. Austin Jackson, Wyvern Hunt, and all them other guys, they projects. They're not for starters. So that means everybody. That means the rest of the offensive line. It's snack time. Feel me?
Yeah, so I feel like I'm not too much worried about that cornerback. I mean, you got Xavier Howard, who that
Byron.
Byron Jones. Um,
That's basically Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain all over again.
yeah. So it's like I ain't really too much worried about it. I feel like this game Andrews gonna go off. Now the weather, like you said, the weather played a big part in this game that just passed. It was raining. And one
Yeah,
one thing I want to give a shout out to is Justin Tucker, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens, JT is always there for us to make a field goal, and it shows that in the NFL this past week and like every year, you need a field goal kicker. I mean, it's nobody else in the business is better than JT, man. Like as you see in the Denver game, it came down to a kick. You seen what Cincinnati and Pittsburgh went through when it came down to a kick. You seen what the Colts went through, and then they cut their kicker. I mean, kickers are critical, man. And I'm thankful we got JT, who is the best kicker in the business. There's no kicker better than him.
yeah.
Um,
Try to say that kid Evan McPherson can get my run for his money, but I don't think
Nah, man, there's no kicker. When you talk about distance and accuracy and just knocking it through, it ain't no kicker in the NFL that what I'm saying that's just better to him. Now do you have a kicker that can be on his level? Yeah, but better than him? Nah. And like you mentioned earlier, Stout, in the preseason, he showed he could kick. He could kick and punt. So it's like,
yeah.
what I'm saying? He like 6 foot, I think he like 6'4" or something. Ain't he 6'3"?
More 215 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you talk about like a wide receiver or somebody who could play safety. So, what I'm saying? Like I mean, what I'm saying? I'm happy with what we got. Like I said, man, it sucks that we lost, Cal Fuller and Jawan James, man. Especially Jawan. I just feel for him, man. The man worked so hard to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, that had to hurt, man. I'll be honest with you, man. At that point,
He
it's
sat
like,
up
man, you just sit back and hurt.
in places 19, so that's two, two whole years.
You know that hurt, man. I mean, for it to be the same injury, the same tendon. Um, I mean that hurt, man. He was looking good too, man. He was doing a good job out there,
Yeah,
but I'm just like, man, and this pushed pressure on Ronnie Stanley. Not to say that pressure wasn't already on him, but this pushed pressure on Ronnie Stanley to, be like, yo, like, because
man,
now we see what Jawan James went through, and pretty much Ronnie going through the same thing. So it's like, is potentially, to me, this upcoming draft, we need to draft another tackle, anyways. But I'm looking at Ronnie like, man, I mean, what's up? You gonna have to come out there. I mean, like I said, he can miss these next 2 games, 3 games, but if he comes back, let's say when we play the Bills, I mean, you have to go against Von Miller, and I mean, I don't know what type of football shape he'll be in, but you can't be out there slouching going against Von Miller coming back off of an injury. You know, you gotta. That's when, if you really want to prove to everybody, that's where you earn your money at right there.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Like I said, it probably be a 50-50 he'll play, but definitely by at least the Bills, he need to be ready. Like you said, they got Von Miller, they got Carlos Basham, they got Gregory Rico, they got some edge rushers, and not just Von Miller. Of course, he's the guy we're gonna say first, but they got some young guns over there that can get to the quarterback too, and they got Big Ed, my man Ed
Hey,
Oliver.
Oliver up front.
Yeah, Harrison Phillips and all them on it, and then they got a mean D line. That's why they was the number one ranked defense last year. But he definitely, Ronnie Steady definitely needs to be ready within the next 2 weeks for sure. Because like you said, I think they might grab another lineman. Me personally, I don't think they just gonna stay pat. If late Hay gonna get a little bit of work, then yeah, McCarr, he can move around. So I think they may pick up somebody like a Daryl Williams, like I posted earlier. Like I said, man, he's six
That'd be
six.
a solid pickup though.
Yeah. He just turned 30 2 weeks ago, literally 2 weeks ago. Was a second team All Pro. Started 75 out of 90 games. So that shows he reliable. So, and he ain't gonna cost you much. So, you know what I mean? He was pretty good with Carolina and Buffalo. He played in multiple spots, played right tackle, guard, and he managed the left side for the Panthers as well. Before they went and got Taylor Moton and all that stuff like that. But like I said, they picked up T.J. Carey, the former Raiders and Browns and coach. But I remember him. He pretty fast guy. I used to always pick him up mad in free agency. And he tall too, like 6'1", 6'2". So that was a solid pickup too. That they're not another solid veteran that could hold down a nickel and play outside until MP Juiceman get back. But so just give me your keys to the game Sunday. Like what we gotta do, man. What's some boxes we gotta check out to make sure we secure one at in our home.
Well, we gonna be at home. I feel like the running game gonna be better. I feel like Kenyon Drake, of course, we know he gonna start if JK is not ready, and if JK is ready, he's not going to be a full caliber starter as far as when he gets his minutes. So I feel like, to me, Cleveland needs to go to left guard. I mean, as far as when it comes to the run game, just to have a little bit more
That's
beef
how
up front.
bigger arms can get somebody out the way.
Yeah, uh, to have a little bit more beef up front. Now, I will say this though, in this game that just passed, um, Ben Powers, he was helping Lindenbaum out with the snap count. Hitting them, letting them know, hey, snap the ball, snap the ball. So I thought, Cleveland could do that too. I mean, but I feel like they got a little connection going on. So I don't know if that disrupt timing or whatnot, but I feel like just having Cleveland in there is a bigger body. It'll help open up holes. But I feel like we go back to what we had, play action, go back under center a little bit. Let's run the ball. This week, to me, really needs to be focused on concentrating on trying to get the run game going and get it going early. I don't want us to come out there like we doing practice plays, like how Roman be doing, just to get a feel of the game. Nah, let's go out there. Let's hit. We in the bank, man. Let's go out there, hit Miami in the mouth, and let's make a statement. Um, I feel like Andrew's gonna go off this game. Of course, Lamar gonna look for him. But here's the thing now, though. Now with Duvernay over there, and you got Bateman, defenses you can't just sleep on because Duvernay got speed, man. You can't just sleep on him and be like, all right, we ain't gonna get the ball or this, that, and the third. Now, team, you gotta make a decision. So are we gonna double Andrews now, or we gonna leave a safety over the top for Duvernay? And then you got Bateman, who's a route runner. So now you got, okay, now you want to play man coverage. If he beats you in man coverage, then it's like, okay, cool, we can go there. But I feel like that'd be a key. Looking at it and definitely observing the field. One thing I noticed about Lamar when he in the pocket, sometimes Lamar's just stiff in the pocket. He'll be looking, and he don't really chop his feet. But when it's time to run, that's when he start moving. But you know how you look at other quarterbacks when they in the pocket and they about to, like for instance on that deep pass to Bateman, he
Yeah,
was just back there looking, and then he just stepped back and launched it.
he sold that sluggo though. He straight planted the foot safety fit. Get him right down the number.
You know, so it's like he Lamar does his own thing, man, and that's what's so unique about him. Like it's almost like you look at him and you're like, you ain't supposed to do that, but he able to do that, and that's what makes Lamar so good, man. So, I mean, he does his own thing. You know, I like it. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna keep doing it. But on the defensive side of the ball, just my thing is D line, go to work, go get to him. It ain't nothing to it. Just go get him, like how we balled out this game. Oway, Houston, Michael Pierce. Man, I'm telling you, the Travis Jones come back this game, man. It's gonna be a field day, man. I feel like we can rack up on sacks, man, if Travis Jones come back. You know, I'm not saying that we can't rack up on it without him, but it's five linemen. You double teaming Pierce already, so now you got three left. So what you gonna do?
Nah, you're right. Like you said, 'cause now that calls one-on-one calls. Then you still got your two edge guys. You got Oway and Houston. Like Stephen Main's got some pressure set on Sunday too. He didn't look bad at all. Then you got Kyler Fackrell. I'm thinking he's gonna be activated, so he just had to come here, get the playbook.
Yeah, get the playbook. Yeah.
Speed, but that remember it's a guy that was a 12 sack guy in Green Bay a couple years ago. Guy can play. So,
So
250, he could come off the edge and he stopped the run. So he's going to definitely be in the rotation soon.
so we got that, and then it's like, and here's the thing. Here's the good part. Bowser's not even back yet.
I forgot about
Ojabo is not even back yet. So now I'm looking at it like, yo, we looking like this, and we ain't even got our top tier sack guy, who was the leader in sacks last year on the team. He not even back yet. Ojabo not back yet. So I'm
that.
looking at it like, man, like we not even at full strength. So if we getting pressure like this, imagine when they get back. You know what I'm saying? Well, Bowser for sure. I know coming back this year. Ojabo, if he comes back, his minutes is not going to be as
No, they say he good. They say he gonna be good to go about week 7, week 8 for sure.
okay. Okay,
I say
but
time for week 7, week 8. Because right now he just got off the cast.
okay. So man, we when they come back, and then you talking about fresh legs. So when they come back, it probably be in the middle of the season. So now you talking about fresh legs coming in. So now you got fresh legs and hungry, especially Bowser. He gonna be coming out there, and then the rotation will get even better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh my gosh. So like I said, you gotta. It's no way. I don't care who you are. No center in the National Football League is gonna block Pierce 1-on-1. I don't care who you are. It's not. It's physically impossible. There's no center in the league who could block him 1-on-1.
Yeah, that's a mountain of a man. You ain't lying. And like I said, you got big 6'8" Calais Campbell right there beside him.
A vet.
Justin Metabuke, like you said, you got Travis gonna be right there. Brent Urban, you gonna come in. Yeah, good. So we got main depth right there. Where so nobody should be getting tired because if you need a blow, tap the helmet. Somebody come in, no drop off.
Washington, and you got Washington who was coming in there doing his thing. So it's like
Yeah, too. You got tackles.
it's so many ways we can mix it up. So I feel like we gonna go to work on the D line. Just go get to her. I ain't worried about stopping the run. I ain't worried about that.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's our first. That's our first. You gotta like Harbaugh said, you gotta earn the right to rush the pass, and you do that by stopping the run.
yeah, I ain't worried about when it comes to stopping the run. I ain't worried about that. Queen. Now I will say this. Queen was all over the field, man, this last game. Mike McDonald used this dude like I mean, pretty much I could see the difference under Mike being the coordinator and from Wink. Mike basically pretty much in my eyes is what he told him, look, man, you fast. I'm just gonna use you where I need you at. Go out there, just use your speed, just make the play. Don't go out there and think about it. I just need you to make the play. I feel like under Wink, Queen he wasn't comfortable yet, really, and then the game was coming at him too fast for his body. Queen is not the biggest linebacker. You know what I'm saying? To me, he plays more like a well, he has the body of a safety. Like he's the undersized, you know what I'm saying, like linebacker. Um, and the way he does it, he's not a traditional rapper. Like when it, as far as making tackles, he's just trying to hit you or go low. So basically, he uses his speed to compensate for his body. But I mean, he was inside, outside, coming off the edge against the tackles. I mean, he was all over, man. I was like, now see, that's the queen right there that we drafted. That's the guy that we wanted. And you definitely could see the change in Mike McDonald's defense. Um, and Barnes played this game, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't. I don't even remember Barnes making a tackle, man. Like I seen him, but I was so focused on Queen. It was like I don't even remember Barnes making a tackle, man. It was like, and then they took him out, and then they was just dropping Chuck Clark back there and let Hamilton cover the top.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's one thing. Now you can mix and match and have fun with that and get everybody on the field at one time. But I know how. Do you know who I did see making some tackles when he was out there? Number 40, Big Malik Harrison.
Oh yeah, that's my guy right there. You know how I feel about Big Leap, man.
You know
That's
how
my guy right there, man.
when Harbaugh drafted him, man, I damn near dropped my phone. I was like, man, he better not pass on short.
Man, that's my guy right there. I'm glad to see he would get some action. Later on in the game, I don't know why he wasn't getting more time. I mean, the game was over. Like you said, these other guys should have been there and
He
getting a
gonna
little bit more time.
be that starter. Josh Bynes not gonna be there for long. He just there now because he been around the block. You know what I mean? But Malik gonna end up being it's gonna be Malik. It's gonna be Malik and Queen right there.
Yeah, Malik and Queen, and like I said, to me they should have been getting more time. I don't understand why you know they wasn't, but whatever the case may be, this week I feel like they'll step up and they'll get what they need. Uh, everybody keep talking about how fast Miami is. I'm like, speed
Okay.
don't mean nothing if you can't catch the ball or Tua can't get the ball to you.
I just told you they got one offensive lineman that got some credibility. Not saying that matter, but everybody else in that O line is fair game. He
I
can't
mean,
look.
it's
Armstead can't block everybody. He only got two arms.
yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You can't if you can't if I get to your quarterback and he can't throw you the ball, then what? I don't care how fast you are.
You gonna be out there just sprinting up and down the field for nothing.
You're gonna be out there getting tired, and then you're gonna be like, you know what, man? I ain't gonna be running these routes, so I ain't gonna be running all the way. I ain't gonna just keep going down the field.
Block or nothing like that, and stuff like that.
Man, I feel like this game right here, man. I feel like Hamilton gets a little bit more time. Like I said, we definitely gonna stick with a little bit more nickel. Um, I could see Chuck Clark dropping down a lot. Um, him and Queen staying on the field more. I'm just excited, man, because I'm ready to see the packages that we're gonna put in against this. And what Mike McDonald gonna come up with on that side of the ball. I'm defense for Ravens. I'm never worried about. Offensively, like I said, I want us to run the ball early, man. Go out there and punch Miami in the mouth, make a statement, show them like, yo, okay, we had 63 yards against the Jets running, but I mean it was raining, you know what I'm saying? And then our offensive linemen, they wasn't really into the game like that, so now we back. So we're gonna show y'all how we run the ball. You know what I'm saying? Go out there like King. And Kenyon Drake, he did have some little gaps, some little ones here and there. I know one got called back because Isaiah Likely had a holding, and Harbaugh ain't like that when they put the screen on him. Uh, so that's some stuff he got to work on. So I feel like Boyle will get activated this game. I don't know why he missed this game. He was a healthy scratch, but
Oh, because I know why Josh Oliver. You didn't really need him when you got Josh Oliver, Andrews, and unlikely, and Pat
yeah,
McCoy, like with Nick Boyle. He's going to take up space, so that's why he was out of the stretch.
yeah. That I mean, and that makes sense. But I feel like after this, I feel like Boyle will be gone. So I definitely want to see him out there getting that work in.
They
But
need to create a little settlement and just go ahead like they did with Wolf, and then let him come back. The ties are Raven, shit like that. Let him stay around, help coach the tight ends, whatever. Feel me?
yeah, because Boyle, man, the one thing he could do is he could block, man, and I mean he can catch too. That's what I was saying. You go out there because when he's in the game, the person gonna primarily think that he's a blocker, but he can catch. Now he ain't the fastest, you know what I'm saying. But when he catch the ball, I mean he like contact. He come at you, and I mean you just can't, not look out for him. But Oliver got a big body similar to his. I don't know if they weigh around the same. Maybe so. I think Oliver a little taller than him. But like you said, it's too many tight. We don't need all. I mean, now Oliver could play special teams and whatnot. Boyle can he play special teams? But I don't think Harbaugh want him running down the field with that, that knee and what had happened. Um, but I mean, I'm excited, man. Miami, they talking a lot. Miami, because they won that game or whatnot. But I'm like, man, I don't, it's first week. We gonna see. Yeah, that's why we got
Listen,
16 more games left, man.
yeah, listen, bro. Let me cut you up, but yeah, they always beat the Patriots at home. Like even when Brady was, that's the house of horrors for the Patriots. South Beach is a house of horrors for them. They hate going there. Look, they went down there a whole week early and still got trashed.
Yeah, and I mean, they was getting pressure, a little bit pressure on Mac Jones. I don't know
Melvin
what
Ingram,
that was about, but
yeah, Melvin Ingram had a strip sack for a touchdown. Like, yeah, I mean, my man Jalen Phillips, shout out to you. He had a sack or two.
it's gonna be a good game, man. We're gonna be at the bank. Like I said, man, I'm just ready. Like I said, I definitely gonna see a little bit more nickel package this game. Um, and I'm trying to think. I think Steven Means got added to the 53 man roster, so he's no longer on the practice squad, if I'm not mistaken. So he got called up. I don't know if somebody else will get called up this week. As far as being on a permanent roster versus the practice squad, I can't really see because we just signed another corner, and we already had corners. Here's the thing, Fuller got hurt. He was that guy that we a trusted vet. We know we could trust, but um, we gonna be fine, man. Because like I said, MP not back yet, but Brandon Stevens showed that he could play it. You want to play safety? You want to play corner? What you want? And then not to mention, Kyle Hamilton could drop down and cover too now. You know what I'm saying? Like he can go right there and cover. So it's like the secondary. I'm not worried about it.
Matter of fact, he gonna have to probably cover Mike Gesicki because you know he gonna want to get the ball to him.
Oh yeah, that's matter of fact. Yeah, that's gonna be a good. Now we get to really see Hamilton. Okay, you want me put me in the game? Let me cover him, and that's your man. You man. You know what I'm saying? Let's really see what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Let's go out there and go to work. So man, it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely excited. As far as putting points up, kicking and touchdowns. Score this game. I don't know because this kind of like a revenge game for us too, man. Because Dolphins, man, we had that game won last year, and
Birds on Thursday night, right? Yeah, Thursday night.
man, it was a human night down in Miami, man, and the play
Look,
calling was trash.
on a short week, we just played the Bears. Lamar ain't played because remember he had a stomach virus, so he really ain't had much time to practice. It was just a short week. You already in
Yeah,
Chicago, you come back Monday, you gotta get ready to go. It's one thing if you got a short week you playing at home on the road that messes you up. But they won the game. Credit to them. But listen, as I posted earlier in the group, every time we play them here, the games we win by two touchdowns or more. 2010. What was the score in that game? 26-10. I'm just going back the last 12 years. I can really go back further. When we start with that 2010, 26-10. What was it? 2016 because we played them at Miami the previous year for that. That was 38-6. I remember that. Tannehill threw the touchdown and what's the name late in the fourth quarter. Last year the Dolphins made the playoffs with Adam Gase. Then the next year, 2017, remember when Kiko Alonso hit Flacco late and
yeah, and Jensen tried to punish Kiko Alonso for that too.
yeah, then that score was 40-0. So those last three games here, it's just a slaughter. Granted, the Dolphins are better. Granted, more weapons, but I still think we're gonna win by two touchdowns. Like I said 31-17. So, what you got the score prediction there?
I'll say because it's Miami and just because, like I said, what they got now and how they improved and just Tua throwing the ball, but we're gonna get to them. I say Miami 8, and then field goals. Always try to factor in field goals. I said we could put up 35 points on Miami, man, and I go with you. I say like 17. And if not that, I'll say they probably get enough field goal if they get in range. But to be honest with you, the D line playing so good, and I feel like they gonna be they gonna go out there and try to press Tua, man. I'm telling you, and it's gonna be a good day for him, man. It's gonna be a good day for that kid, man.
say your final score was? I didn't hear that.
Oh, I got 35-17.
Hey, we right in the same. We right in the same part. You got a little bit more of a spread. I think it's gonna be an even two touchdown game. If it come 35-17, I'm not gonna bitch or complain about it. Yeah,
I,
the Dolphins are a little better, and I could see Tua throwing a touchdown to Tyreek, and then they probably rush for one or Adam get. I could see them scoring two touchdowns. They do have talent, but I think after that, the defense going, basically ice them out. So that's why I got 31-17, two TDs. So
it's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, the main thing is we just go out there, do your assignment. Play Raven football. Do what we gotta do, make things happen. And that's what we gonna do.
I agree, man. Like I said, special teams gotta be good. You know what I mean? Field position, Tuck gonna do his thing. You know, no block punts and miss extra points or anything like that. All miss field goals, and we'll be okay. Uh, the kick return game, hopefully we can get something going there. We got. What's the name? Ain't do too bad. Duvernay, I really don't want him to return the kicks no more since he's more so the number two receiver now. I say let Justice Hill do it or let somebody else do it. Duvernay.
Yeah, I say Justice Hill or Pepe Williams.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, but yeah, like Duvernay too bad. D and so we can't afford to lose him on a free play. He tried to return a punt and then his knee popped out. Some crazy shit.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I
Yeah,
feel like Justice Hill will get moved out to kick return, punt return,
yeah.
or Pepe Williams. I mean, Justice can do it. He did it before for us. So, but yeah, I don't see Duvernay doing it. Or if they want to just crochet because he the next man on the chart. I mean, you can put him out there if you want to. But like you said, he's still kind of a little,
Don't
I
got no.
guess, under injury.
Only thing about Crochet, he don't got no moves. He just a straight go getter. He got
Yeah.
time.
So it's gonna be interesting. So I'm definitely excited. So we're gonna go to work, man. And I just can't wait. Hopefully, we get the injury report. I believe Friday, and we'll see who's playing, who's not. But far as starters from this last game, I feel like everybody should be good to go. Of course, Jawan James and Fuller with that exception, but they got major injuries. But everybody else should be good to go. I don't think it's gonna be nobody out. Um, and I mean, either Stanley gonna play this week or next week. That's the biggest thing. JK, I'm not too really worried about running back because we got Drake and all of that. But is Stanley gonna be? That's the biggest question.
Each week we get more healthy and healthier. So like I said, like you said, by week 4 or 5, by week 5 or 6, it's gonna be getting scary because we're getting guys back and continuity coming back. So the teams better try to steal and win now while we still putting it together. Because basically we still have preseason more far starter wise.
Yeah. So,
Once
and
we
that's what I was saying.
once
Not
we
to
get
cut you off, but
out, it's gonna be a problem.
if Ronnie come back, I'm telling you, and that if he not ready, and let's say they activate him that Bills week, and you're going to get Von Miller coming straight out of there. I mean, they're gonna put him on him. We gonna see if that ankle really good. We gonna see if
Yeah, because
if you in football shape.
hands on one of the best pass rushers in the league, man, and possibly all time. His numbers back it up. A two-time Super Bowl champion. He's gonna be coming off the edge. He has feelings familiar with us from playing us all the years in Denver and stuff like that. So yeah, so
Yeah, and we played him last year. We played him last year twice. We played him when we played Denver, and then when he got traded, we played him when they played LA. He gave Patrick McCarry his respect. He was like, man, Patrick McCarry is a dog, man. Like he Patrick McCarry is that guy, man. You tell him to go out there, he just gonna work. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna handle it. He ain't gonna complain. He just gonna say, hey, look, I got it. What you need me to do? You want me to go out there, any position, it don't matter. I'm gonna go out there and do the best I can. That's all I can do.
Swiss Army knife. Anytime you got a player that can play multiple positions and do it well, those guys you got to cherish, man. Like that's why they paid him, gave him a nice little couple dollars because he can literally play center, both guards, both tackle, spot, and don't ever drop off. So
Yeah, he
definitely,
could do it, man. I mean, he is what you call a Swiss Army knife, and I'm thankful for him. But at left tackle, I just don't want him there starting. You know what I'm saying? Like what he did against the Jets, cool, but I mean, at left tackle, just because his arm length and all of that, and he can hold his own. Don't get me wrong, but I would rather put Morgan Moses over there if Ronnie is not ready. That's just my opinion, but
We just
um,
safer option than slot the late headed right tackle. That's cool.
man, we good. That's all I got to say. Like they keep talking. The main thing is they keep talking about Lamar contract. I'm not gonna speak on that because it's just nobody really shouldn't talk about it. I mean, he said he ain't touching it all season. When the season over, that's when I talk about it. So that's just how that's gonna go.
Oh man, yeah, man, bro. We're gonna wrap this up, man. This is always a great show, man. Like we always hold on our points and all that, man. So everyone, y'all can check this out. Right here, you see the new YouTube channel, the name right there. Talking Ravens all day, every day with Justin P, and that's my co-host right there, AJ Henson. My other co-host Maurice, he's have been on like that because he's doing his relationship podcast, but he's gonna be back on here too because he's really excited about football season. Y'all can check this out on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Podtail, Podplot, and Listen Notes Podcast, iHeartRadio. All you gotta do is go to your search bar, type in Talking Ravens podcast. Pop right on that picture with Lamar Jackson holding the ball like that. Well, everyone, have an amazing Wednesday. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. We'll go on Wednesdays, man. That way we can recap, the whole thing, and then talk about the following week. All right, AJ, anything you want to say, man? Before we out here.
Nah, that's pretty much it. You said great show. I want to thank everybody for always checking us out, showing love and show support. Everybody out there, stay safe, stay positive. And let's go get this W this week.
Yeah, man. Definitely make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll just upload it, to share it. It don't cost nothing. We trying to get the sub. All right, everyone. Have an amazing Wednesday. And always remember, talk Ravens all day, every day. From Justin
Yes,
P.
sir.
We out.